Alien law demands I take 3 wives, but each one has a dangerous secret. The first time I heard the decree, I thought it was a joke. Every Earthling who enters our territory, the alien magistrate announced in a cold, echoing voice, must take 3 wives from our people, as dictated by the Covenant of Unity. I stood in the center of the crystal-lit hall, my hands bound in ceremonial chains. Dozens of alien faces stared at me, tall, luminous-skinned beings with eyes that shimmered like stars. I had come to negotiate peace, not marriage, but their laws were absolute. Refuse, the magistrate continued, and you will be executed. So I agreed. The 3 women chosen for me were unlike anyone I'd ever met. They stood side by side in the hall, each with an expression I couldn't read. The first was Celera, fierce, with violet markings across her arms that glowed faintly when she moved. She was a warrior, her gaze sharp and unyielding. She didn't smile when our eyes met. The second was Naira, calm and elegant, her pale hair flowing like silver water. Her presence radiated quiet power, but there was a sadness in her golden eyes that unsettled me. The third was Vera, younger than the others, with restless energy and a mischievous smirk. She had claws instead of nails, and the way she tilted her head made me wonder if she was studying me or sizing me up. The marriage ritual was swift. Bands of living metal clasped around our wrists, binding us in a triad bond. I was no longer a soldier, no longer just human. By their law, I belonged to them now. But something was wrong. Each of them carried a secret. I could feel it in the way they avoided my questions, in the way their glances lingered on me when they thought I wasn't looking. Celera's secret. That night, I found Celera sharpening a blade by the fire. Her movements were precise, controlled, too controlled. You don't like this arrangement, I said quietly. She didn't look up. You're perceptive for a human. Why agree to it? Finally, she met my gaze. Because if I didn't, they would have executed you. I frowned. You saved me. Don't misunderstand. She slid the blade into its sheath. I needed a husband, by law, that protects me from my enemies. Enemies? I asked. Celera leaned closer, her eyes narrowing. I killed a member of the Royal Council. They'll come for me soon. When they do, you'll have to decide if you're willing to die at my side. Before I could respond, she walked away, leaving me stunned. Naira's secret. The next day, I found Naira tending to a garden of glowing flowers behind the temple. She hummed softly, her hands delicate as she touched the petals. Beautiful, I said, breaking the silence. They grow only from starlight, she murmured. Like me? I frowned. What do you mean? Naira hesitated, then turned to me. I wasn't born. I was created an experiment. The council used ancient technology to bring me to life. I am imperfect. You seem perfect to me. I said honestly. She shook her head. My body is stable, but my energy isn't. If my emotions spiral out of control, her voice faltered. I could destroy everything around me. I stared at her, stunned. Does anyone else know? Only you, Naira whispered. If the council finds out, they'll erase me. That's why I agreed to marry you. I thought maybe you could protect me. Her golden eyes shone with something fragile. Trust. Vera's secret. Vera's secret revealed itself last. I woke one night to the sound of movement, the soft click of claws. I followed the sound to the edge of the village, where I found Vera crouched over something, feeding. Blood glistened on her lips. A soldier's body lay at her feet. She turned startled, her pupils wide and black. Don't scream, she hissed. What are you doing? I demanded, backing away. I told you I was different, she said, wiping her mouth. I'm not just different. I'm cursed. My clan feeds on life force. If we don't, we die. You killed him, I whispered. He was dying already. Vera shot back. I just borrowed what he wouldn't need. I stared at her, breathing hard. She stepped closer, desperate. I don't want to hurt you, she whispered. But if I don't feed, I won't survive. 3 secrets, 1 choice. By the 3rd night, I couldn't sleep. 3 wives, 3 dangerous truths. A warrior hunted by her own people. A living weapon who couldn't control her power. A cursed predator who needed life to survive. And me, a human trapped between them, bound by alien law. When the attack came, I wasn't surprised. The council soldiers stormed the village at dawn, weapons drawn. Celera grabbed her blade. Naira's hands began to glow with unstable energy, and Vera's claws extended with a hiss. They're here for me, Celera said, standing at the door. Stay behind me. No, Naira said, voice trembling. They'll kill him too. Vera bared her fangs. Not if I kill them first. The door exploded inward and chaos erupted. Celera moved like lightning, cutting down soldiers in fluid arcs. Naira's energy flared, creating barriers of starlight to shield us. Vera darted through the fray, draining life from enemies with every touch. I fought beside them, rifle blazing. But even with all their power, we were outnumbered. Naira, I shouted, your energy, can you use it to stop them? Her eyes widened in fear. If I lose control... You won't, I said firmly. I trust you. For a moment, time seemed to pause. Then Naira screamed, unleashing a wave of pure starlight that blinded everyone in the room. The soldiers collapsed, unconscious but alive. When the light faded, Naira fell to her knees, trembling. I caught her before she hit the ground. Celera and Vera stood over the fallen soldiers, breathing hard. For the first time, the 3 of them looked at each other, not as rivals, but as allies. A new bond. When the dust settled, we fled the council's territory together. Outlaws now, hunted across the stars, bound by more than alien law. Solara's enemies still pursued her. Naira still feared her unstable power. Vera still fought her hunger. But somehow, amidst all the danger, we had found something rare: trust. One night, as we sat beneath unfamiliar stars, Celera leaned against me. Naira rested her head on my shoulder, and Vera curled up by my side. 3 wives, I muttered with a wry smile. And every one of you wants to kill me or save me. Both, Vera teased, baring her fangs in a grin. Naira whispered, you saved us first. Celera said nothing, but her hand found mine in the dark. I looked at them, all of them, and realized something. Alien law may have forced us together, but now I couldn't imagine life without them.